Takže moji zdravím správne 7. epizódu našu Let's Play sériu Hogwarts Legacy. Moje meno je Narty. To znamená, všetko by som sa vám chcel poďakovať všetkým za to, že to sledujete, či už na TikToku, na Instagrame, alebo tu na YouTube. A chcel by som vám oznámiť, že konečne som napísal môjmu bratrancovi, som sa ho popýtal, že čo s tým je. V OBS-ku som skúšal nastavenia, tu som skúšal nastavenia, kým mi on konečne poradil, čo mám vypnúť vlastne v hre. Celý čas som mal nastaveniach zapnuté nejaké DLS-ko. Tým pádom mi toto vykreslovanie úplne na hobby vykreslovalo. Tým pádom bola strašne zlá kvalita toho nahraného videa. A nejak som to nevedel zachrániť, že ani v edite, ani v rendere, nič. Ale teraz je to vypnuté, takže od tejto epizódy dúfam, že už to bude dobré. Akože najväčšie, čo je na tom najhoršie, že ja túto epizódu nahrávam s tým, že ja som to ani nevyskúšal, takže je dosť možné, že tento môj úvodný monológ vlastne Narty z budúcnosti bude musieť nie že vystrihnúť, ale ešte tam vsunúť ten predmonológ, aby to proste vysvetlil, že Narty z minulosti je iba hlupák, ktorý si myslí, že niečo vyriešil a potom nevyriešil. Takže dúfam, že sa to nestane a poďme už konečne hrať, lebo ak to sa nikam nedostaneme, prišli na našou Naty a čo nás bude chcieť. Poď moja, povedz nám.
Hello, Natty. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. I was there, and I saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow at the Three Broomsticks. I have been worried about you.
I'm all right at the moment.
If you don't mind my asking, why were they looking for you?
I've never met Rookwood or Harlow. Perhaps they mistook me for another student.
A bit odd. The two of them pursuing a Hogwarts student so intently. But whatever the reason, you were clearly in danger. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us. To all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. Everyone has been talking about you defending Hogsmeade from that troll attack. And I shall never forget watching Sorona stand up to Rookwood and Harlow in the Three Broomsticks. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matabeleland. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair. And you should know that Rookwood is in league with Ranrock.
I had heard they were seen in Hogsmeade together. All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
Dobre? No. Takže mali sme tu taký menší rozhovor s Naty, kde sme sa dozvedeli, prečo vlastne odišla zo svojej domoviny. A dozvedeli sme sa, že proste kvôli takým ľuďom, ako je Rockfood a Tito. Poďme bojovať.
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a dox's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be...
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
Konečne vyskúšam aspoň moje Expelliarmus.
Expelliarmus!
You will pay for that.
Levioso! Accio! Incendio! Expelliarmus!
Easy fight. Nemali šancu proti mne. Ďalší. A ten tady
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Určitě.
Perhaps some nice potatoes.
I'm not going anywhere with you.
Take this student off of my dead body! You're going to regret that.
Levioso.
Vypněm ho, nie?
Pay for your deed.
Accio. Incendio. Expelliarmus.
No!
Levioso.
Easy. Dobrý deň, pani.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why 2 Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders.
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specializing in Merlin's work and life.
I thought that Merlin and the tales about King Arthur's court were a myth.
Mere myth. You're lucky Sir Cadogan didn't hear you. Chatters on endlessly about his connection to Merlin from his portrait at Hogwarts. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the center. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honors? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my
Myslím, že
tent.
pani hľadá nejaké Merlinové vecičky, záhady, čo tu zanechal. Takže Merlin bol takedy tiež študentom Rockfortu. Za to, že som veľmi rád. Ukáž mi.
This trunk.
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens.
My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted.
Incendio!
Merlin's beard!
The flames make the pyre sink.
Ešte jeden! Rýchlo! Easy.
Merlin's beard! How beautiful!
What a day. I
Yes?
can hardly believe it.
Revelio.
Aha, s ňou sa mám porozprávať, dobré.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require mallow sweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and...
Takže tu máme nové veci, dá sa povedať, alebo novú vec, ktorú tu vlastne môžeme preskúmovať vonku, čo sú tieto merlinové... A kapacitu vybavenia s tým zvýšime. Aha, a momentálne na okolí to merlinové. Toto je ono, sa mi zdá. Jak si to označím? Nastaviť bod, OK. Ale predtým sa môžeme tuto ešte trošku popozerať, keďže sme mimo Rockfortu. A poďme trošku aj tieto truhličky tu povyberať, či to tu nenecháme, nový spodok.
I never thought Ramrock's...
Pardon me, is everything all right?
Hardly. I've just lost my business and almost my life. You'd best look elsewhere for wares. I've nothing to sell now. I never thought it'd come to this. Be on your guard. Ranrock and his loyalists will spare no one.
They attacked you.
Oh, Ranrock has no patience for goblins who won't join him. While I too would like to see goblin kind treated by wizards as equals, bloodshed is not the answer. When I said as much, they turned on me, struck me till I nearly passed out. Took my carts, my belongings, even that which is most precious to me, my paintings.
I'm sorry this happened to you. I shall certainly keep an eye out for your cards.
That is very kind of you, but I think they took them to their camp southwest of here, just past some ruins. Too dangerous to try and retrieve them. I did enchant the carts to return to me if I ever lost them, however. Slim though the chances may be, I'm holding out hope that some of what was taken is returned to me.
Aha.
It was nice meeting you. I wish it had been under better circumstances.
Neviem, či mám na to level. OK, mám, tak to môžeme to spraviť trošku vedľajšie, pomôžeme škretiemu, proste kamarátovi.
After what Ranrock did to that goblin banker at Gringotts, I shouldn't be surprised at what happened to Arn.
A my mu pomôžeme teraz. Veľká truhla. To neviem, čo je. Zobrať to neviem, takže ma to nezaujíma.
Revelio.
Ďalšia veľká truhla. Dobre, poďme si trošku pozrieť, čo máme nové. Máme tu nové brýle. OK, ale to určite nechcem. Tak, super. Máme novú čapicu. Nice, no tak to určite nie. Máme novú šálu, čo? Tuto slizolínsku, OK, to môže byť. Plášť lepšie nemáme. A oblečenie tiež nemáme lepšie. Ukáž mi tento koniec na... Nie. Obyčajný, drevený. Alebo lepšie poviem pôvodný. Ešte toto. Jak je to ďaleko, ty kokos? Aj. Tako sorry brother, ale mne... sa tam nechce ísť, to je extrémne ďaleko. Ja si počkám na toto. Keď budem mať, jak sa to povie, metlu. Keď budem vedieť lietať a budem mať metlu, tak potom tam pôjdem. To teraz, akože... To sa mi nechce bežať takto. Aj teraz bežím len kvôli tomu, lebo si chcem vyskúšať hentu Merlinovú skúšku. Tak preto idem pešo, ale inakšie by som sa... Inakšie by som sa už portol do hradu, ale... Nastav mi to. Ale je tam proste písané, že to zvyšuje kapacitu. A... No tak toto som asi potenčil, nevadí. Sa zahrám na Assassin's Creeda. Super, nice, nezabral mi to nič. To som chcel. Že to zvyšuje kapacitu, takže... Preto chcem ísť, aj keď neviem, že čo tu budem musieť urobiť.
Oh, here's a pleasant surprise. Revelio.
No, okej, a čo s tou gulou?
Accio. Levioso. Accio.
Asi musím dostať sem.
Revelio.
Či?
Levioso. Accio.
Kebyže po tejto ceste zoberiem tú gulu. Áno, hento som, neviem, čo som teraz spravil úprimne. Takto. Počkaj, tak. A takto ju keby už zoberiem. Vyskúšam ju zobrať, no, uvidíme.
Accio. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Accio.
Ani sa nepohnem. Ani s ňou nepohnem. Ukáž mi bradavice. Nie. Lebo ja mám už 20 minút sa tu hrajkam a nič sme nespravili. Na tieto veci bude čas, keď budem mať vážne kúzla, lebo mám pár kúziel a no, vyzerá to tak, že budeme potrebovať viac. No poďme na to, lektvary budeme robiť.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan-Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wigan-Weld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wigan-Weld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin. Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients.
Dobre, takže tak, rozdrtíme to.
Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous. I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippin's, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time around.
Ja som dokonalý
My parents considered keeping me
študent.
home from school this year
Že to
after the
nebola
rumors of
žiadna
a
náhoda.
I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office.
Yes, but why does that matter to you?
Brilliant! And it matters because you can be a part of something truly creative. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
I don't know, Gareth. I don't want to get on Sharp's bad side.
You won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Sharp won't even miss it.
I've enough to worry about collecting the ingredients he wants me to get. I'm afraid I can't help you.
I understand. I'll sort something else out.
Tým, že je z Chrabromilu, nebudeme podporovať Chrabromilčanov.
Revelio.
Nebudem podporovať nikoho z Chrabromilu.
Precision is key. Should you chop the
Poďme na
kidney
to.
or crush it?
Čo mám variť?
Wrong answer could result in the unfortunate loss of your eyebrows.
Aha, to sa samo uvarí? Som myslel, že ja to budem musieť variť nejako. A varíme, miešame. No 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 a máme to. Varíme si aj tieto, keďže 2 alebo 3 som spotreboval pri tom súboji, kde proti mne boli tí 4 čarodejníci v minulej epizóde. Takže potrebujem si uvariť aj toto. Ako sa mi podarí toľko uvarím? Ešte môžem? Keď sa to varí len po jednom. Zvednúť, máme, ešte mám? Nemám.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and... That's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to... Ah!
Revelio.
Get it!
Oh! No! Dragon Dung! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry,
Yeah, how to-
Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again.
Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as an Auror. I wish he talked about it more.
I was impressed that you were able to answer Professor Sharp's question about the Wiggleweld potion.
Oh, you're the new student. I've heard much about you. Thank you. I'm Amit, by the way. Pleasure, truly. And I've never seen anyone brew such a flawless Wiggleweld potion on their first try. Well done.
I'm glad I was able to get it right the first time.
You must simply have a knack for potion making. Some students seem so confounded by potion recipes, it's as if they're written in gobbledygook. A fascinating language, by the way. Neither here nor there, really, but I am a self-taught speaker. Merlin's beard, good conversation is the enemy of free time. I must return my book, Gateway to the Far Stars, before my next class. Speaking of stars, we'll be in astronomy together. You'll love it. Professor Shaw is firm, but quite clever. See you soon, no doubt.
Dobra, moj.
I brewed an Edorus potion as you asked, Professor.
Glad you managed to stay on task. Not every class is so eventful. I saw Mr. Weasley speaking with you earlier. He can be quite persuasive. Glad you managed to resist. You've done well today. I confess I was skeptical, given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. And you can keep that Fwooper feather. This time. That'll be all.
Dobre, ďalšiu hodinu máme za
Each
sebou.
of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
Ugh, my robes are going to reek from Gareth's influence.
Teď kam?
Revelio.
Nice, 13. Čo tu piplo? Oj, teraz mi trošku utiekli FPSka. Tamto máme otvorené.
Greetings, young Slytherin. Scrope knows about the old book you found for Professor Fig. Scrope can help you. And you can help Scrope. Get to the courtyard past the pendulum. If you don't know it, you'll see it easy enough. And don't tell anyone what you're up to. Especially Professor Blank.
Aha.
Revelio.
Čo ideme? Nájdi Scrapov vzkaz na nádvoří? OK. Není vůbec problém. Nice.
Good Brattleby must have nearly wet himself when you won every single Frost Once battle.
Keď si to tak zoberieme, máme 6. 7. epizódu a stále sme ešte v úvode. Keď si to tak zoberieme, nemal som ešte žiaden nejaký boss fight, s nikým sme tak nebojovali. Trošku s tými sochami a... Neviem, kde mi odchádzajú FPS-ka. Trošku s tými sochami a takto, ale inak nebol ešte žiaden nejaký veľký boss fight. Som zvedavý no, na tie boss fighty, čo tu budú.
Revelio.
Počkaj. A tu je to.
Scrope? Who is Scrope?
Jaké sovy tu sú? Hľadaj ďalší skaz. OK.
Revelio.
Som ho našiel.
Accio.
Pumpkins. Ah, I think I know just the place.
Ale bežíme riadne. Bežíme ako toto, laň. OK, toto bude ďalšia náplň. A, mám ju.
Down to the water's edge. This had better not be a trick.
Čakaj. Pomaly. Utekám, čo mi nohy stačia. A nikto tu není.
Revelio.
Thank you for coming all this way. The name's Scrope. Scrope serves the headmaster. Been in the Black family for years. Apologies for the abundance of notes. Scrope wanted to be sure you weren't followed.
What's this all about? Your notes mentioned the book I found in the restricted section.
Scrope can tell you more in exchange for your help, but no one, especially the headmaster, can know.
Happy to help, especially if you can shed light on the book.
Scrope is grateful. Scrope's late mistress, Apollonia Black, may she rest in peace, was a student at Hogwarts over 50 years ago. Before she died, she spoke with passion of pages ripped from a book. Scrope suspects she took them to her private grotto. She was delirious at the end, poor thing. Mistook belladonna for elderberries. Scrope tried to warn her.
I'm sorry to hear that. But how do you benefit if I find the pages?
Scrope believes that a treasured Black family ring is also in the grotto. Scrope wishes to give it to the headmaster. Apollonia forbade Scrope from entering the grotto long ago. Scrope continues to honour her wishes. Scrope would not dare ask a student for help, but when Scrope learned you were looking for those pages, Scrope thought you might also find the ring.
It seems this may help us both. I shall do it.
Scrope is relieved. Scrope hoped the young Slytherin would be willing to help. Take this toast to the grotto just down the coast and place it on the pedestal there. Good luck. Scrope will wait right
Ja som sa chcel
finding your
spýtať na
pages.
to ucho.
And the ring.
Extrémne ma to zaujímalo, že čo mal s tým mužkom chudák. Veľká sála, no lenže tam... Aha, takže tam je jaskyňa. Takže tu. A sem. Máme ešte 8 minút, to si myslím, že... No, dúfam, že to nebude nič dlhé. A bolo by to mega. Kebyže stihneme tak veľa. Útočné kuzla mám nastavené. Takže keď príde aj nejakému boju, tak vôbec sa nestrachujem. Ani trošku. Verím tomu, že by som ich porazil. Aha, škoda, že som úplne tam isto, kde som bol. Ešte som bol trošku ďalej dokonca. Takúto... Nechcem sa škaredo ani vyjadrovať. Aha, nepriateľ. Okay.
Revelio. Expelliarmus.
Aha, dobre. Poďme preč, rýchlo. Preč!
Incendio.
Dobre. Neviem sa ani hýbať, lebo plávam. Plavaj.
Why would I need a piece of toast? I suppose that's where it goes.
Doplnil to životy? Nice.
Revelio.
Could it be? A visitor? Oh! Ah! Ooh! Ah! The name's Richard Jackdaw. I was a student, just like you, about a century ago. How in the world did you find this place?
A house elf named Scrope sent me. Said I might find a black family ring here.
Ah. Sorry to say, I sold the ring a long time ago. Poor Scrope. Still holds a candle for Apollonia, I reckon. Can't say I blame him. I stole all these treasures just to impress her. Alas, 'twas to no avail. I thought a secret map I pilfered from Peeves would pique her interest. But she simply rolled her eyes. What would I want with yellowed old pages torn from a book? Not my finest moment.
I must insist that you give them to me at once.
They're not here. I thought if Apollonia wasn't interested in the map on the pages, perhaps it would lead to something that would intrigue her. So, I followed the map to what I can only describe as an enchanted cave of some kind. And you see what happened next? Here's an idea. Why don't you meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll show you where to find the pages?
I suppose if that's the only way for me to get those pages, I'll meet you at the forest.
I'm sure the pages are still tucked in my waistcoat. If you don't mind the sight of a, well, my decapitated skeleton, they're yours for the taking.
Okay. Čo?
A map. It doesn't appear to be connected to the missing pages. Best hang on to it for now.
Dobre moji, no ale portneme sa ešte tam, kde je mapa. Mal by som tam mať mapa sveta. Tam? Tak sa portneme ešte sem. A na dneska by sme to ukončili, keďže máme za sebou zase skoro 40 minút, niečo nové začínať nechcem. Takže ak sa vám toto epizóda páči, nepotňať like, ak sa nepáči, dajte dislike, nezabudnite ma sledovať takisto ako na Instagrame, na TikToku, dať odber tu. Meno bolo Narty a čau.